It's now time to set the camp up. First thing I'm going to do is pick my hiking poles up so I make sure I don't step on them and break them. The pack has been packed ahead of time in anticipation for the next break, whether it's a lunch break or whether it's a dinner camp. And since there was a possibility for some weather to move in that didn't materialize, I've got my hammock stowed high and I have my tarp in the outer pocket. And on top I have the stool. These very convenient camp stool. If I needed to rest or sit, I have it right here. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to pull out the pole bag, which has the stakes and poles that we're going to need. Opening the pack, right on top is a hammock. Now, since the rain didn't materialize, I'm going to put the hammock up first because it's been a long afternoon and I just as soon rest before I have to mess with the tarp. My hammock has just been rolled up simply. The strap is already attached. This tree is on the smaller side, so I'm going to go around it twice and come back to this tri-glide. The tri-glide's like a belt buckle. It's movable. I can put it any place I want on this strap. And if I turn the tri-glide 90 degrees, it opens up the opening, and I'm going to put the strap in. I'm planning, because these are 13 or 14 foot trees, that I should be able to hang at about my eye level, maybe a little bit higher for a normal hang. At this point I can proceed to the other tree, simply unfolding the hammock as I go. I can tell I'm going to need to bring my tri-glide back a little bit. See how easy the adjustment was. Since this tree is bigger than 6 inches, I don't have to go around it more than once. And I have the opening to the side that I want it to be open. And I have the hammock extended. My strap's a little twisted, but that's just fine. Coming back to the pole bag, I removed the spreader bars. And I'm going to put 2 spreader bars together, 2 sections together. And place each into the rings. When I place them in the rings, I want the tabs that go to the hammock not to be twisted, to be in their natural alignment. I have a little bit of a twist going on here, so I'm going to make an adjustment. Now you'll notice that the bug net is on, it's well shaped, it's taut but not tight on the back seam. That indicates that we've got our full 9 foot 3 inches between the primary ring here and the one on the other end. You'll also notice that when I put this hammock away, I had zipped it closed. Good piece of information. Anything with a zipper or Omni tape or Velcro should always be closed when you put it into your pack. That way it won't do any damage. And the zippers and the Omni tape themselves and all will be protected. The last step is to make a quick check that I'm going to enjoy this position. I like for the hammock to be hung at a chair height. This is just a tad low, so I'm going to make an adjustment. If I take the tension off the strap and just raise it up 5 or 6 inches here, now I'm up about head height, which is actually about the same height as it was on that corresponding tree, since that tree is on slightly higher ground. When I sit in my hammock now, I've got that nice kitchen chair height, and I can just kick back and relax. And at this point in the time, I think it's time to take a break before doing any more work. Before I get on to setting the rest of the camp and setting the tarp, I have to attend to safety. And you might recall I only put this tri-glides, the strap, through the first of the tri-glide sections. So for safety's sake, I'm going to come back and turn this tri-glide 180 degrees the other way, open it up. And I do the same thing on this end. And at this point, no amount of bouncing around in the hammock is going to cause me to have any form of strap slippage whatsoever. This hammock will stay here all night long.